Welcome to KDC. In this video, we are going to show you our minimum health, safety, and environment requirements to ensure that your stay in our facilities is safe at all times. Let's take a look at our health, safety, and environmental policy. In KDC, we are committed to conducting our activities in a manner that does not expose employees, business partners, subcontractors, and communities to injury, harm, or ill health. In addition, we are committed to caring for the environment. We carry out our activities in an environmentally responsible manner with due respect for natural spaces. We observe and comply with applicable local laws and regulations, industry codes, and customer requirements. Our HSE policy gives every individual the right to stop work when in an unsafe or dangerous situation.
First, the safety of all of us is paramount. We can only make positive contributions and live our purpose and values if we stay safe and healthy. We must apply zero tolerance mindset towards any unsafe situation across all our locations and operations. You have the right to check for and stop any unsafe action at any time. Please do look after yourselves and your families and stay safe. Thank you.
As far as security controls, please be informed that to enter our worksite, it is necessary to have a customer-issued gate pass. For your vehicle, you will also need a gate pass and/or any other applicable certification to enter the operational areas. Even if you have access to the rig, there are restricted access areas that are clearly marked. Parking areas are marked at the entrance or along the perimeter of the rig site. All vehicles should be parked in reverse to allow for a faster and safer evacuation in an emergency. For your safety, we will indicate the general HSE rules of this rig. Smoking is only permitted in the designated smoking areas. Taking photos at the rig site is restricted, and you will need a permit issued by the rig manager before doing so. Furthermore, taking photos of oil and gas facilities is a serious security violation, so you should refrain from doing this. The use of mobile phones is restricted while working in the operational areas, as it leads to distractions, and distractions lead to incidents. Lighters and matches must be left at the rig manager's office or at the mess hall. The speed limit in all areas of the rig is 5 kilometers per hour. Are you following so far? Good. In case of emergency, go to one of the 2 muster point stations, one being located at the rig entrance and the other at the opposite side of the rig entrance. Windsocks are located at both muster points, the doghouse, and the mud tanks. When you hear the alarm, check the windsock direction, proceed to the muster point located upwind. If you are unsure, follow the direction of the crew. At the muster point, collect your T-card from the T-card board or register your name if required to do so. The medic will conduct the head count. In case of missing personnel, the search and rescue team will be activated and deployed. Pay close attention to this part. Please, listen well and ask if you have any questions. These are the alarms in case of fire. In case of a gas leak, you will hear this alarm. In case of a kick and/or a blowout, you will hear this alarm. When the emergency is over, you will hear an announcement through the paging system or directly from the rig manager or HSE advisor. When the rig operates in a known H2S area, you will find H2S flags in the entrance that will tell you if the access is safe. If you see a green flag, it is safe to enter. If the flag is yellow, you can enter, although with caution. A red flag indicates that you must not enter. We love nature, but we must be careful with the presence of some animals that can be quite harmful to humans. Please beware of snakes and scorpions, especially in dark areas and while walking at night. Check your room thoroughly before going to bed. Check boots and clothes in the morning before putting them on. Do not touch any unidentified things with your bare hands. The most serious hazards on a drilling site are fire, toxic gas, kicks or blowouts, high pressure lines, objects dropped from heights, work in confined spaces, lifting activities, slips and trips, moving equipment, biological hazards, manual handling, electrical connections, work at heights, rotating parts. Please note that the unauthorized use of web slings is prohibited on all KDC locations unless there is an approved management of change form in place. Moreover, fabric straps used for casing and pipe bundling are banned for use on location and must be discarded and/or destroyed upon arrival. For each of these situations, a permit to work or PTW is required. Mud tank cleaning, electrical maintenance, equipment maintenance, non-routine job. All categories of hot work. The rig manager or the night tool pusher is the responsible person for issuing the permit and the company man for endorsing the required permits. Work activities can only start after obtaining the necessary permit to work. All the permits should be closed upon completion of the task. Now I will show you the general HSE rules. The use of personal protective equipment is mandatory in all working areas. Facial hair that might inhibit the seal of a respirator is not permitted. The following items are prohibited on location: knives, guns, liquor, and jewelry. Report any spillage or leakages. Report to the medic if you are under specific medication or allergy. In the event of any emergency or risk situation, you have the right to stop the work. Star or observation cards must be used to report all safe or unsafe conditions and acts. Report any hazards or incidents to the rig manager and/or HSE advisor immediately. There are safety meetings every week and a pre-tour meeting conducted every day. If you are working at the rig site, these meetings are of mandatory attendance. Stop work authority. It is the right and obligation of everyone working in the rig site to stop any task or activity that puts people, company assets, reputation, or the environment at a risk of loss. Non-essential personnel are not allowed to enter an operational rig site area unless authorized by rig manager for a justifiable reason. Please help us preserve the environment and our work site. Always use the provided waste containers and trash barrels. Segregate waste and dispose of it using the correct container. Never throw hot items or cigarettes into trash containers. Do not throw anything onto the ground, especially plastic water bottles, food wrapping, and other domestic trash. Hey, this is very important. Please pay close attention. If you happen to find war ammunition or explosive ordnance device, EOD, do not go near it or touch it. Report immediately to the HSE advisor or the rig site person in charge, the rig manager or the company man. Failure to comply with HSE regulations is a violation. Any breach of safe system of work permit, use of banned items or practices, personal protective equipment will lead to disciplinary measures. Let's summarize the HSE instructions. Log into the visitor's logbook. Remember to sign out before leaving a location. Wear your full personal protection equipment while in the working areas. Do not put yourself in the line of fire. Respect the safety signs. Report all hazardous situations and unsafe acts to the supervisors. Stop the work if you feel it is unsafe to proceed. Do not use any banned items or practices. We are close to finishing now, but first, a little reminder before you leave. Remember to gather all your belongings and personal items. Inform the rig manager and/or medic that you are leaving, including the date and time of your departure. Unless you are using your own vehicle, wait in the camp or assigned office until your transport and driver are ready. You will be called when it is time to board. Ensure you sign out of the visitor's log and remove your card from the T-card board.
And remember, plan the work and work the plan. It was a pleasure having you today. Please sign our visitor's induction attendance sheet and medical declaration form and update the T-card board. Enjoy your visit and have a safe stay.